What a beautiful introduction. Hello. First, I need to address something. This video is about real people in my life, and that has been preventing me from wanting to make it because it's complicated to actually tell stories about people that are in your life. But I'm more than ready now, I think. I don't know where to start. Okay, I think I need to start by introducing you to the characters of this story. There's a woman and there's a man, just like the beginning of time. Should I just call them Adam and Eve? We'll do Evan and Eve. Let's do that. I'm going to start by introducing you to Evan. Evan is someone I've known for 3 years. I've known him since my sophomore year of high school. I had 3 classes with Evan, I believe. 2 or 3 classes with Evan sophomore year. And I was like, I thought he looked like Blade. I mean, 2014, Roland Molly with Young Lean in Sweden Blade. I was like, okay, I like the look and I think we need to get him involved in my life. And then I told like my friend about him, and then he kind of just like got infiltrated into my circle. And I still to this day do not think that Evan even knows that I am the reason that he was infiltrated into that circle. So Evan, you are welcome. So yes, Evan I have known for a while and I thought he was really cool. And I wanted him to be in our friend group, and he was in our friend group, and I got to know him. And then there was a whole other drama, which is, I hate to say the classic YouTuber words, but it is a whole another fucking video that I'm honestly down to do. I don't know how the response to this video has been. If you're still watching me from other videos I've made in the past, I was actually dumbfounded by the response that I've had on other videos because I thought I would have to like do so much promo to even get like watchers, but I had hundreds of views from not even promoting, and such nice people in my comments, so thank you to you guys. But anyways, he was let back into my life and had been in it for like a year or so, and then we started talking more right about the time that we were going to graduate high school, and we got like pretty close. I went on like a vacation over the summer and I was like calling him every night. This is so awkward because I feel like he's watching this. Hi. Sorry, if you didn't want me to make a video about you, you shouldn't have fucked me over multiple times. So I'm sure you remember the calls from Cabo. I had a blast. Yeah, I got super close with him over the summer, and like I guess I was wasted in Cabo, and I guess I was saying like, oh, like when I get back I'll pick you up, let's hang out. I forgot saying that, and then like a week or 2 later he was like, bro, like we're beefing, like you said you were gonna pick me up and you never did. So I was like, okay, bet, let's hang out then. You plan it, you're the man, this and that, yada yada. Nothing was ever planned. I was like, okay, well I still want to see him and I'm used to being the man. Anyways, tell him to plan it, he never does. We have mutual friends, I'm like, hey, let's hang out with them. There's always an excuse why he can't fucking go, or he just doesn't respond, which is also what I'm used to. So I was like, whatever, fuck off, but also respond to the real I sent you. So there's all that, and then we were just like talking back and forth. I'm not gonna say that we were like talking because we weren't. So that makes this video a little bit more of me sounding crazy because we were not talking. So like I really have no right to feel that way, but I hope you other girls who have been in situations like me understand me and my anger and my pain. So I feel like I've introduced Evan enough. Turmoil in the past. Not the biggest backbone. Who is now in a frat, and he is the DJ of that frat. Not only is he in a frat, he is a DJ for the frat. Double fucking whammy. Okay, and then we have Eve, lovely Eve, who I've known Eve since 7th grade. Eve has kind of always been one of those girls who was like, I don't even know how to explain it, but she was the bitch in middle school who was like really like, you know, like I was too. And she kept that middle school style throughout high school. And this is an important part of the story, her style. It was a tank top / t-shirt and jeans every day. In the winter, she added a brandy zip up. And that was fine. That was completely fine. If that is your style, then that is what you will rock the best. I hate a bitch that tries to be something she's not. So that was her style, and that was fine. There was no problems with that because that's what she wanted to wear. That's what she was comfortable wearing. So you wear that. You drive home in those jeans, Nike Air Force to pedal, Gracie Abrams, Taylor Swift blasted. That's you, girl. You shine. You rock that. That is you. But I started developing an issue with that. When I hear she is talking down on my type of style and my friends' types of styles, which I will get into in a second, I, throughout high school, was always the bitch dressing a little wacky, you know? I would come to school, and I've worn this to school, by the way. Not that that's revolutionary. Everyone now has a fucking TikTok shop, wet tank top. That's not my point. But I was always wearing something that was a little interesting, just because I like to make people think. I like to make people be like, why the fuck is she wearing that? I'd rather do that, and I'd rather wear something that's like cool. That is cool in my eyes. It doesn't have to be cool to anyone else, but I dressed alternatively because it was alternative to what everyone else at my school was wearing. If you put me in a batch of fucking New York kids, I'd be one of the most basic ones. I'm not saying I'm revolutionary. I'm not saying I'm different. I'm not saying I'm any of that. But in my school, I was. I've been hearing this recently, by the way. I didn't know this at the time, but I've been hearing that she's speaking down. That she was, because we have some more progression to get to. That she was speaking down on this type of subculture and genre of fashion, saying it's trashy and that she would never wear that and like this and that, this and that. Also, my friend, I'll say his name. If he doesn't want me to say, I'm gonna bleep it. My friend Jared, he loves to go to raves. Raves are his thing. He is a rave bae. Love that. We love that. Raves are fun. If you enjoy a rave, wear the clothes. Super fun, right? She would always talk about him raving, saying things like, yeah, like I would never do that. Like, he's having fun, but that's really trashy. Like, I would never go to one of those. Like, I could never bring myself to do that. You have a preface for who Eve was and who she truly is as a person. Also, this girl is talking about like all her friends. She's one of those bitches, okay? She's fake. She's one of the fakest people I've ever seen. She's so sweet to everyone's face. Once they turn their back, she's talking really bad about that. And then it's so quiet in my house. I feel like I'm like broadcasting this story for my whole fucking family. So she was this type of girl. And then around the end of our senior year, she starts talking to this new boy. Let's call him, he's not really important. Let's just give him a Chris. He's just a side character, right? She starts talking to Chris, right? Chris is super cool. Chris likes cool bands. Chris listens to cool music. Chris dresses cool. Chris has bleach dyed fucking hair. I ran out of storage again. I just deleted 100 drafts. So everyone is super stunned that they're talking, right? And then suddenly she's wearing bustiers and she's wearing little Victoria's Secret camis. And she's changing how she dresses, even though that's how the people that she hated on dressed like. And she's posting to MCR every other fucking day. And it's really obvious that she's trying to change and morph herself for someone else, which is just really fucking lame to me. Especially when this is the type of person you hated on, saying, that's weird, I would never do that. And now you're stigmatized by Chris, and now you're dressing like the people you hated on. It's weird. Really, really, really bothered me to see that shift. I felt like I was being fucking, my culture's not your costume type shit. I understand that imitation is the best form of flattery, but I wasn't fucking flattered and I wanted her to fucking stop. And I'm not saying she was copying me. I'm not saying that at all. No. A lot of people were telling me that it looks like she's copying me. I didn't say that, but other people did. So anyways, she's gentrifying this alternative style. Her favorite artist is Taylor Swift. That's not a lie. That's real. And those traditionally don't coexist. I also heard that she was saying, I've been listening to MCR since like middle school. I've known you since middle school. No, the fuck you haven't. Like, this is my original grievance with Eve. But it's a lot of this recently. It's a lot of this. That's not enough for me to be like, fuck this bitch, whatever. So I keep her. She's on my spam. I'm on hers. Keep your enemies close. And I think she posted something that really pissed me off. And I put like an Instagram note and I was like, be yourself, please. That's all I said. And then, now here comes Evan. This is where Evan comes into the story finally. Then Evan replies to my note and he's like, oh shit, like who's pissing you off now? And I explain this whole rant that I just gave to you about Eve. I explain this whole rant to him and he's like, damn, like that's funny as fuck. Like she doesn't know it. Whatever, I probably sound crazy, but that's just how I feel. And I have the screenshots to prove this. I don't know if I'm gonna inserting messages feels kind of weird. And then the same day, guys, I need to stress to you, it's the same fucking day, hours later, all right? So I give him that rant in the morning. I go to school, and when I'm in class, I get a call. I don't know if I want to air out the person who called me. We'll call him Jerry. So I get a call from Jerry while I'm in my class. And I'm like, hey, Sugaboo, I'm in class. Can't pick up the phone. What's going on, though? Oh, no, he was like, urgent. This is bad news. I'm like, like, give me hints, like, clue me in. And then he says, Maddie from Temu I already know he's talking about Eve, because that's what people were calling her, not me. That's what people were calling her. He says, Maddie from Temu. Oh, fuck. This low-key, like, this whole setup, it's brilliant. Okay, let's say our man character, his name is Evan Shrub. This text that I receive says, Maddie from Temu, found in the shrubs. And I know immediately what that means. Miss Eve was found fucking with Evan. What do you mean? What do you mean found in the shrubs? And in my head, I'm in my fucking stats class, and I'm like, did he literally just, like, copy and paste my fucking rant into her fucking DMs? Because I literally, when I gave him this rant, I don't think I said it, but I was literally gonna be like, oh, do you remember Eve? Like, do you know Eve from high school? Like, I didn't even know that they knew each other whatsoever. Oh, and she was also, like, as I mentioned, he's a DJ. She, like, posted, like, his fucking Pioneer fucking setup, and I didn't even notice that it was his. And then I realized, I put things together. She was in his dorm hours, if not fucking minutes, after I sent him my rant about her. What in the fuck is going on? And I can't keep it to myself. And I texted him that night, and I was like, hey, what does your, like, Pioneer setup look like at school? Because, like, she posted a picture of it, and I wanted to, like, let him know that I know that she was in the fucking building. And he was like, I already know why you're doing this. Like, he already fucking knew that, like, that's fucking weird. And then he's like, well, like, you both are cool. Like, I don't know. Like, comparing us, like, we're both cool. Evan, we've known each other for 3 years. We've gone through a lot together. We've been pretty close for years, you know? What the fuck? You just met her today. Oh, okay, well, hold on. Let me get into that. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Like, well, she's saying much. Oh, because, oh my God, there's so much. I get more information from Jerry, and I'm getting direct quotations of things that she has said about him. Saying things like, this is the air out of a fucking century. Saying things like, yeah, he's really nice, because, like, I need a name for this devil. This devil right here. We'll just call him Lucifer. We'll just call him Lucifer. Lucifer said he's involved in the first story involving Evan, but he was not let back into my life. He was not let back in. Evan still is in touch with Lucifer, even though I'm not going to air anyone else's friendships out, but I wouldn't have too much confidence in that one. Okay, so Eve is saying things like, he's so nice, and, like, Lucifer saying he's nice too. I missed, like, 2 of the quotations from Eve herself talking about Evan. So she said, I think I said the part where, she was like, oh, but he's so nice, and, like, Lucifer said so, and, like, I trust Lucifer, but, like, he's a virgin, so, like, I don't know, but it's okay, he's just one of many on my roster. That is what she said about Evan. We're on call, and I'm telling him all the things that she's saying about him, and he's low-key pissed. He's like, what the fuck is this whore saying about me? Not whore, he called her a Trish. He's like, I'm gonna unfollow her. What the fuck? Why is she saying I'm on her roster? Why the fuck would she think that? Like, he's pissed. And I'm like, okay, period. Justice has been served. Good one over evil. I went to bed and I was like, still speaking with Evan. Like, I'm glad that you've made the right decision. But he didn't unfollow her. He kept following her. And I brought it up the next day and I was like, you're still following Eve. Like, what's going on? And he was like, oh, like, well, it's not trying, like, I'm trying to get with her, so I don't really care. Also, when we were on call, he was like, you better say something because I'm gonna say something, because what the fuck? Like, he was pissed. And I'm like, no, just don't. Like, leave it alone. It's not like you need to fucking fix things with her. Just drop it, you know? And he, like, agrees to do that. And then I get another call from Jerry. And this time, the fucking news, is that, hey, Eve and Evan, they went out yesterday. And she kissed him. Yeah. And he's been texting her things like, you're so easy to talk to. Like, let me invite you to my DJ sets. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're sick. You're fucking sick. The things you just said about this woman. And then this is your new reality within days. You're fucked in the head. What the fuck is going on? I don't fucking get it. And we're, like, beefing again. And then I don't remember. Okay, so I was posting, like, songs for everyone on my spam, and he wanted one, so I did one, and I did it to, like, Vampire Hour, because there's a lyric that says, how the fuck you say I changed and I never changed, you're the one who changed on me, because we were beefing earlier, and then we got over that, and I was like, this song reminds me of you because of that situation, but not anymore, and, like, we love you now. And then I was like, also, how you feel by Destroy Lonely. Bitch, you did not. I wish I could take that shit back. That's cringy. Anyways, I decided to redo his a few days later, and I put Cold Hearted Snake by Paula Abdul, which is such a beautiful song. If you've been done dirty, please listen to that. It'll fucking make you feel amazing and understood. But I posted him to that one, and he slides up and he's like, is this bad? Well, it's not fucking good. And I was like, yeah. And then we had our whole little conversation about that, and I am still undelivered. I feel like I rushed the climax of that story because my storage is running out. Like, the preface in the beginning was a lot bigger than the climax. The fucking moral of the story is that fuck both of them. Eve, well, honestly, they both can be watching right now, and I want to give my closing arguments. I think the main point is that, like, why the fuck was she in your dorm the day I was talking shit? Like, he wasn't fucking a fan of that. He was like, oh, like, Satan just, they call him Satan? Or Lucifer. Lucifer, like, was in the area and he wanted to hang, and then, like, Eve just came along with Lucifer. And, like, I didn't invite Eve. Like, they just, like, asked to come over and then were, like, following me around. That's the story I got onto why she was in his dorm. This was before they went out again. But, I guess they're not talking anymore. Because he was making out with other girls at a party. Which is just fucking insane. Because if you knew Evan throughout high school, he hadn't felt the loving embrace of a woman for 4 years. Anyways, my closing messages to Eve and Evan. Because they both have a high probability of watching this video. Especially Evan. Evan, like I said earlier, if you didn't want a story about you, you shouldn't have fucked me over. And you know that you fucked me over, considering I've been undelivered for 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or a month. I don't have any track of time. It was not 2 weeks. It was not 3 weeks. It was a month. This is fact checker Maddie right here. It was a month. But according to him, he swore on his mom, he thought he responded. I don't know how that happens, but he joins his little frat, he turns into a slut and just changes up on everyone who was with him for those 4 years. I think that's really low. And that's why I don't fuck with you, Evan. This is hopefully the last time I'm making a separate fucking video. I have it editing back here and it just will not upload because I think one of the files is corrupted. I'm gonna have to film Eve's final, what did I call it? They're like, this is my final message to Eve. It's already in there, but I have to re-fucking film. So my final thing I want to say to her is, Eve, I don't hate you, but I do not like you. Do I want to fix things and work it out? No. Well, she's blocked now. This is like a week or two in the future from when I filmed the past other things. She's now blocked because I genuinely just don't want to ever see her again. I don't think she brings anything to my life except for negativity. So she's blocked. But Eve, if you are seeing this and you do not like that I made this video, go cry about it. I don't want to hear about it. You're not worth beefing with. I'm not gonna fucking fight you. If you have a problem with it, work through it on your own. Maybe it'll be a building experience. I just do not like the way that you treat others. I don't like the way that you've acted for years now. It's time to grow up. I had to make this video because it was on my mind. Let me see if I missed anything. I'm gonna look at the original. I'll just play it for you guys. I missed the part where I said, Eve, if you are watching this right now, I hope I am projected onto the TV of your dorm room, your friend's dorm room, and I hope you guys are all sitting in a circle watching this video saying this bitch is so embarrassing. I hope you're pointing out every flaw on my face to try to make yourself feel better. And because of this video, I hope that I'm projected on the TV. I'm just reciting what I said in the original video. You probably saw Evan in my comment. Right. I know that you were lurking on all my shit because you liked everything and viewed it like the second I fucking posted it. So I know you saw Evan in my comments. I know you saw me posting Evan, but you had no shame in going straight to Evan. I don't feel bad making this because you publicly hated me. And then I'm getting a call. Because did I not get did dirty? It was a lot more intense and dramatic. And there was, I promise you guys, if you think I'm being dramatic, there was a lot of shit that I was leaving out because they're still both like in my life. Like they're like, I'm gonna have to see them for Thanksgiving and holiday and summer break. So I'm not gonna fucking air out everything right now. So sorry. I'm not selling my life for 600 views. But there was a lot of shit I'm leaving out, so I hope you understand that. It was a lot more dramatic and intense than I am leading on. And I feel like, fuck, I just feel like I cheated y'all with this story, honestly. And I want to do a follow-up where I really air everything out. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching. Okay, this is me post-editing the Evan and Eve video. And I have an update for the culture. Me and Evan have worked it out on the remix. And I feel like people aren't going to be happy with that. Since we have worked it out, he knows about the video. And he is... One thing about Evan is he's very supportive of me and any of my creative endeavors. He wanted me to make it the best I could make it. So I will be adding some extra details that I skipped over for their privacy. But now I have the go-ahead from Evan. He told me to pop my shit and make this video the best I can. First big thing that I missed and just like didn't mention is that Eve like just does not like me. And I don't know why I forgot to mention that, because like I feel like this could be interpreted as kind of like mean girl behavior if I'm just making this video about her. But Eve just like did not fuck with me. Like told people she didn't fuck with me, like very publicly did not like Maddie. But she would comment and she would like all my stuff, but then she didn't like me. So that was confusing. But she was monitoring everything I fucking did. She saw that I was posting Evan and that he was commenting on my stuff. And this and that and the fucking third. But she still went after him. Even though I don't know, I just felt like she was like taking my identity and using it in her favor to try to get Evan. Even though, also something I didn't mention was that I did really like Evan. And when me and Evan worked it out on the remix, I did reveal that to him. So I'm sure I would not be this mad about this if I didn't like him. So I'm sure that was public knowledge anyways. But yeah. Also, when she started talking to Evan, she changed her personality again, and the MCR had vanished and been replaced with Cardi and Uzi, which Evan likes. Also, she posted this one song by Uzi called Molly. Okay, I just watched this clip back while I'm editing, and Molly is by Playboi Carti and not Uzi. And I know that, and I knew that, but I said the wrong thing. Forgive me. Evan, at that time, had that song on one of his highlights. At that time. I don't think he has it anymore. He like changes his highlights every other week. Well, I wouldn't know that. That's just a guess. Like, I don't look at his highlights or anything.